right, so today I want to go over a really quick, kind of fun video about dry fire. So I have a really cool, really cheap setup of dry fire that I use. So I kind of just want to show you guys my dry fire setup, how I shoot for really cheap at home. Obviously, dry fire, if you're not familiar, it's super helpful because you don't always have time to go to the range, or you also don't always have money to go to the range. But this allows you to shoot from home for a pretty cheap price. It's a one-time purchase type thing, and then once you have it, you can practice at home however much you want, whenever you want. So my system is pretty cheap. I think I probably spent 15-20 bucks on the entire thing. It's really just one piece that you really need to buy, and I got mine for pretty cheap. So I'm going to show you guys my dry fire setup. I'm going to link everything below, so if you guys are interested in starting to dry fire, you guys can find the same stuff that I have for pretty cheap. And yeah, so I'm going to go over the things that you guys need first of all, and then I'm going to show you guys how I set it up, and I'll show you guys some of me dry firing in my practice. But first of all, you guys are going to need a target. So these targets I got online. I just printed them out. They're just circle targets by Airgun or whatever. I'll link the where I found the targets at, how I printed them out. This is $0, so that's the first thing you're going to need is targets. I'm going to throw this in there. It's just a tack. You obviously need something to be able to hang your targets up. Next thing you are going to need, obviously, is your firearm. So today I'm going to be shooting with my PSA dagger. Same one I use in competition. So I'm actually practicing for an IDPA competition coming up soon. So I'm going to show you guys me drawing from appendix and how I like to practice dry fire at home. Give me 1 second, let me clear the weapon, and then I'll show you guys the last and final piece that you guys need. I do have a mag. The mag is empty. I like to practice with the mag in for whatever reason, but yeah, gun is empty and clear, just so you guys know and see it. So you need your firearm. Last and final thing you need is this. So this right here is a dry fire training cartridge, and the way it works is it's basically like a bore sight laser, but it has a button in the back that when your firing pin strikes it, it just taps a laser for a second, so you'll be able to see where your shot goes. The laser, this one was pretty cheap. I think I got this for like 15-20 bucks. This is pretty much all you're gonna need to buy to be able to dry fire. So I'm gonna link this below as well, so you guys can find the exact one I use if you guys are looking for an inexpensive version of obviously what's offered as a much more expensive tool. And yeah, so you're gonna use this. You basically put this into the barrel of your gun, and then when you pull the trigger, firing pin will hit the button in the back. It will actuate a laser for just a split second, and then you'll be able to see where the laser hits on your target and how well you're aiming and drawing the whole nine. But there's one more thing you can use. It's optional. You don't absolutely have to use it. It is basically the Strikeman app. So none of the items I have here are Strikeman, which is basically a well-known company for dry fire. A lot of people have Strikeman systems, but they're like 200 bucks just to get started. So nothing I have here is Strikeman, but I do use the Strikeman app, which is free. It basically allows you set up a camera towards your target, you calibrate it into the circle of your target, and wherever you're aiming will get tracked on the app. So it allows you to be able to see your progress and that type of stuff. So you don't absolutely have to have this. Obviously, you can see where the laser hits in real time, but if you want to be able to track it, if you want to be able to compete with other people on Strikeman, whatever, you can use the Strikeman app, and that'll let you be able to practice if you want. So I'm going to show you guys how I set it up. I'm going to show you guys the Strikeman app and how I get it calibrated in the whole nine, and then I'll show you guys a quick dry fire session, and yeah. All right, so turn the light back on. So all in all, once you get it loaded, the training cartridge is inside of the weapon. If you guys can see it with the focus, training cartridge is inside of the weapon. Like I said, I do like to keep a mag in it, but the magazine is empty. Load the training cartridge in, and then hopefully you guys will be able to see it on here. But all you do is shoot, and then it'll show you. You can see on the target where you hit. Basically, obviously letting you know how you're doing with your shots. The one thing about it is obviously you do have to, since the gun is not actually firing, you do actually have to rack the slide every time to actuate the trigger and let it reset. But once it is reset, you can do it. What I like to do is get the trigger set, put it in the holster, and then I like to practice my draw. So getting off the first shot, so in the holster, come, draw, fire, and see how fast you can get off that first shot and where it lands. So it's the way I like to dry fire practice. From concealment, hands down, draw, fire. Hands down, draw, fire. Hands down, draw, fire. Yeah, all in all, that is what the dry fire system looks like. If you guys want, of course, you can use the Strikeman app and Strikeman system to be able to track where your shots are going. I've done that before. I am using my phone though, so I can't really use my phone to show the Strikeman app right now. But yes, all in all, that's how it works. So they have different size training cartridges, I'm sure. So they have 9mm ones, I know for sure. That's what I have. They probably have 45 and some other calibers. 380 I know they have as well. So yeah, if you guys want, you can get whatever caliber you use and be able to practice at home, because it's definitely helpful. Obviously, especially with your conceal and carry weapon, or if you're practicing for any competitions like I am and you don't really have time to make it to the range throughout the week, still allows you to get some practice in whenever you need or whenever you want. And yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. So I'll leave the link to everything that I use below so you guys can check it out. And then hopefully you guys get to practicing and get to shooting. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're interested in checking out the content. I've been trying to stay consistent and keep the grind up, so show some support if you want. But yeah, all in all, that's what it looks like. Hopefully you guys are out there practicing, getting some shooting in, and progressing in your shooting life. So I will see you guys in the next video. The next one will probably be the actual IDPA competition I'm doing, so hopefully I get enough practice in and I do well. But yeah, I'll let you guys check it out when it comes. So stay safe and keep practicing.